So, Mr. Abash, people ain't calling me Abash. They ain't calling me by the last name.
Nobody call me Abbas, bro. Everybody call me Mr. Abbas.
What a
When you call
different.
me Abbas, I conk your head because that's my father's name. You don't joke with it. It
Okay, Mr. Abash, how was your weekend?
was a great
Yeah,
weekend,
good
bro.
weekend. You know,
Yeah, I was up for 3 nights, 3 days, 3 nights.
that's
You got
crazy.
sleep.
I mean, I had to be on the time back home. Yeah, I had a lot of business calls coming in I had to take care of. Yeah, it was crazy.
That makes sense.
You know, the time changed to 5 hours, so
Do they get the time change automatically when we get the time change?
well, I think so.
Of course, you get it. The whole world ran the same way.
Yeah.
So
No.
we are back at it in the fries.
Yes, sir.
Today we have Mr. Musa himself, right? International new Mr. Musa himself,
Yes, sir.
the writer behind one of the biggest. I say this, one of Chris my biggest song, Sensational, Billboard charting. You ever see Liberian? Me, I can get vexed, right? When some Liberian beginning and say, "Oh, I'm the first one to do this." The men who actually really doing something that they can't even talk about it. Yeah, man, thinking about put that set together. Yeah, welcome, Moose. Welcome in
Thank
the
you,
fries.
thank you, brother. Thank you.
We're so happy to have you here today.
Yes, I'm welcome. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for the invite. I've been watching you guys. You guys been going up. I love what you guys doing for the culture.
Of course.
So keep doing it. You know, I gotta give you guys your flowers too,
Of course. And we're here today so we can give you your flowers as well.
for sure.
You already know how I feel about you, bro. Definitely one of the greatest.
Now we already not getting man his title.
The greatest.
So now I see why people need can be talking the way they can be talking sometimes. Yeah, but yeah, let's start though. Let's start, man. So talking about one of the biggest record of this year, right? Sensational, right? Big song. Chris Brown, David, and like me, I understand the thing about it. Liberian people, if you listen to that song, he said, "This girl, she fine." Or people Liberian people can't. And certain things Chris Brown was saying in the record, like it has to do with our culture and with us, like how we talk and all that stuff, man. But man, how did you feel like writing a record, being a part of a record like that? That was Billboard charted, one of the number one song in the country for a while. Like, how did you feel about that?
I mean, a lot of people ask me, you know, how I came up with the whole sensational idea and how I came up with the music aspect of it. And honestly, when I get in the studio, I just get in there. Whatever mood I'm feeling, how I'm feeling, I could be around females, I could be around the men, them, you know what I'm saying? I could just be going through whatever I'm going through. That's what I express through the music. So I remember the last thing, and I was talking to my brother Modisha about this, the last thing I ended up watching before I went in the studio was that Future thing. It was like, sensational. So that's why the song I just started the song sensational because I just heard that joint. So I'm like, you know, that joint is like it could grasp the attention of the people, and then I just went from there. Everything else just fell in line.
It builds up. It builds up.
That's amazing. Just being inspired. Remember last episode we talked how powerful music is, right? And like how music can inspire people. It can like lift you up. It can put you down, and like just being able to kind of be a part of history, man. Like it's crazy. A Liberian person wrote one of the biggest record this year in America.
Yeah, I'll say definitely for me, that song was prevalent in my life. Like this time last year, everywhere I went, somebody was singing it. I had a close friend, that was their favorite song. They'll be like, "How are you doing?" I would say sensational. Like that was a real thing. Yeah. And to find out later on, like a Liberian artist wrote it, like you were saying this morning when I was getting ready, there's certain lines in it that you hear, you're just like, oh, that's Liberian terminology right there. Like that's just how we talk. And it's beautiful that we're taking the culture over slowly like that. And thanks to you.
Slowly but surely. You know, we gotta creep our way in there. We can't just knock it on them. You know.
By the time they know, then we're already inside.
Of course.
So as Liberian artists, right? What are some of the challenges you have faced, like trying to get to the global market? Because we have to understand something, right? And I say it's a lot in our industry. Like we have our own industry. You know how like in Philadelphia, like they got like the hottest artists in Philadelphia, but they haven't made it to the next level yet, but they hot in their city. Same thing with our country. We got some hot artists, but it's just that next level where everybody is struggling. But for you, you have been able to find yourself in those spaces. Like, you got some major records too with some big name artists in the American industry that you might be talking about today too. So, what is the struggle like? Actually, be able to transition from the Liberian industry to go to global with your music.
Well, first and foremost, you know the industry we come from. You know, everybody wants to be number one, not more so like we all come together and push the first set of people, which is 5 people, they blow, and then we keep doing that over and over. People don't really see it like that, and I just feel personally with me, I feel like they didn't really, see what my full potential. So I had to go outside and make it because back in the day I used to tell my bro Biz like, we could sit down here and do promotion after promotion in Liberia. You give charity after charity, be on the radio, and they still not gonna want you to, you know what I'm saying, to be above anybody that's there. So I took it route like, hey, I thought in my head, hey, if Jay-Z right now sat down and said, hey, listen to my music, just vibing for that 10 seconds, I was like, man, this kid's fire. Within like 8 months to that time, I could probably sell out any stadium and they'll label me the best artist in Liberia without even hearing the song. So I started taking that into key. So I was running with Biz from Biz, my older brother. I was running him for a minute, and we was storming, and we was doing what we was doing. He was taking the lead, doing everything, but it was just more so in the Liberian industry, and we wouldn't get the respect that we needed, while other people was getting respect. Not because we didn't deserve it, just we wasn't doing the strategies that they were doing to get there. We were thinking about something different. So what I did was, after a time and time, like, opening up for like the big artists, I was like, man, moved to Nigeria, stayed there for a little bit, about 2 years, got close with, the DeVitos, Mastercrafts, everybody. And when I came back, that's when Afrobeat was taking over. I just decided to move to Cali and just vibe because I didn't want to just stay stuck, because what happens is, in this industry, it's a young man's game. So what happens is somebody starts doing music and they keep going, they get older. As they get older, they fall into the normal society of life. I didn't want to see myself doing that. I knew my music was good. And sorry for being selfish to the people, but I didn't drop music because I know it's that good. I could sell out arenas, I could make what I want to make off of it and impact the world. So it kind of took longer than others, But that's kind of a little bit of the struggles we had. But we here now, so, we're about to be on. Look at Chris Brown singing What Teen I Do For You.
Yeah, I mean, like for the song Sensational, right? I just gotta know that you actually wrote it like a few months ago. I really didn't know that it was a Liberian that actually did that song for Chris Brown, Sensational.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great song, bro.
And going back to your points about overcoming, like that was gonna be my next question. You overcoming what you had to overcome, basically touching more on. You felt like you had to. Where did you have to say you had to go? You had to basically go outside and get your acclamations from outside before you can come home.
That's why I tell everybody, like, anybody, I don't care what artist you talk to that said they don't be from our culture, our community. And they be like, what Musa tell you first? I be like, y'all gotta get outside, y'all gotta get uncomfortable to get comfortable. Cause I had to do that. Everybody just see Instagram, they'll see, whether they see a lavish car, they see me regular plane, private jet, they see me with Chris Brown, see me with whoever. They don't know what I had to do before then to get, how uncomfortable I had to get.
You had to do the elementary things.
Yeah, how uncomfortable I had to get there. So I always tell people to get outside, because when you get outside, people don't get love from home. So it's like when you go outside and you getting love from outside and other people outsiders see you, your home gonna show you, like, no, that's our boy. That's our people, you feel me? So like it's little things that I be telling myself that, that keep going with.
Yeah. So apart from you writing Sensational, right? Tell us who is actually Moose.
Who is Musa?
Yeah.
Musa, I'm basically a fashionable guy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just the people's people.
So you grew up in the U.S.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So you like from? I mean, back home, you from which county?
I didn't grow up back home. I grew up out here. So
Where
when I
your
went
tribe?
back,
Your tribe. You
Oh,
from?
my tribe? Oh, I'm
yeah.
Kisi.
Your origin.
I'm Kisi.
Oh, you're Kisi, man.
I'm the first boy child, Sa. Shout out Sa, man. I'm Sa. So, but most of my dad, he calls me Savalo. So I
Savalo.
say for most people, they didn't hip to that name, but I got tatted recently, so it's like they're gonna get to know who Savalo is, who Buso is.
Yeah. So So talking about Moose story, right? So basically, Moose was born in America, right? But he adapted to the Liberian. He loved the Liberian culture. He loved being Liberian. He wanted these cats can be like, yo, I wasn't born Liberia, American man, this and that. But he always we always have conversations about trying to figure out how to push the needle, right? To kind of like, for example, when we just had the tour, the CIC tour that took place, and when CIC was coming, Moose said to me, "Yo, bro, we gotta put our hand around CIC. Basically, with everything we gotta do, we strategize ideas, we figure things out. Like he said earlier, like if we all come together, right, and we help one another and stop thinking, say, oh, I want to be the only one to make it. We come together, we push one another, the good ones. Not every Liberian artist that can pick up mic. Every Liberian man that can pick up mic can get some of y'all need to go back to work. Yeah, go do that 9 to 5. Some of y'all, I begging y'all. Yeah, we tired of y'all. So people like Musa that have talent, people who actually can show off our culture. We stand behind them. I remember back in the day. Let me get into the fries right quick. 1 second. I remember back in the day, Moose, right, when Moose posted a Nigerian flag in your blog, and the way Liberian people acted towards you. What was the reason for doing that?
The reason for doing that was basically I was living in Nigeria for like I was there for a year now, so I'm there. So I wanted to network with the people in Nigeria because I'll go meet somebody in Nigeria, an artist, producer, and I'm shaking up or dapping up with them. They hear my accent, so all of a sudden they think like, okay, he's not here for long. I want them to know that I was in Nigeria. So I put the stand, the emoji that shows your pinpoint, and I put the Nigerian flag. And what does that mean? That I am in Nigeria now.
The
It doesn't mean
Liberian
I'm
mo-
Nigerian. I didn't
Yeah.
put the Nigerian bio flag and say young Musa or Musa Nigerian flag next to it. No, I put my name under it, pinpoint, and where I am. So if I was in London and I put a London flag, doesn't make me, you know what I'm saying?
Comprehension was
They
a
made
problem.
a big deal about that. It was a big thing on the internet, and then too, were you like one of the most difficult times you had with your music, like with Liberian people, was basically you try to tell them right. With music, they have genre of music. They got hip hop, they got R&B, and they got Afro beat, and they got trap core and they got hip core. So please explain to the Liberian people, my piggy, what kind of music do you do so they can understand?
I'm international. I do everything. Versatile, Mr. Versatility, like everything. I don't just limit myself in one box, and that's not throwing shade to nobody, but I do everything. My sound is bigger than life. It just didn't drop yet.
Yeah.
So I don't, the thing I was telling somebody a minute ago, I was telling them like, I don't want to be the biggest artist in Liberia. I want to be the biggest artist in the world from Liberia. You heard?
Yeah.
Period.
We did that interview, me and him, but honestly, right, the first time I listened to your unreleased album, I got scared for the second. You know, normally we be talking about who's great, who's great, who great, who great. Bro, if you release the album, Moose, you good. You could probably be the greatest. Yeah, definitely.
Speaking of release, how did it feel when your music hit billboards? Like its first entry. What was its first entry, if you recall?
I mean, the first entry went gold when I seen it because it was moving so fast paced. And by then, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, Chris is just the least of my clientele list. So I started tending towards my other clients, which, I'm saying, they're all in the A-list rim. But the time that I enjoyed Sensational is when I think Chris called me and he was like, he needed some vibes because I helped him with Mona Lisa. So that's where I got cool with Chris. We did the Mona Lisa one together. So after that, he knew what my pen game was. So when he called back for the record, he asked for the record and I sent it. And when we sent it, like, he called back like 10 minutes later, like, I'm about to record that joint. I'm about to record that joint. It was fire. That joint was pressure. But then, I got hyped then. But then when I really got hyped, I'm cool with everybody in the circle of, like, the whole Chris Brown, you know what I'm saying, entourage. So the people calling me like, yo, he's recording a song. He recording a song right now. So that was the phase one. So I think he had a concert in Jamaica. So I went out there. I was vibing with him. So after the show, we went backstage. Like, yo, Musa, like, come over here, Musa. Like, he's like, guess who I got on this joint? I'm like, who? He like DeVito and Lil J. We playing the song in Jamaica. Everybody's here. We're just vibing to the song. So, like, I'm loving that vibe. You know what I'm saying? We there. You know what I'm saying? They know my worth. I'm not just a middleman. I don't got to go through the middleman. I know the main person. So, that also felt good. So by the time it kind of got to the radio and whatnot, I was already working with my other client, which like this music is about to get released in like a week and a half. So it's like, I was
Yeah,
just
yeah, that's big. So
Yeah.
speaking about your other client, right? Because I just saw on Instagram that you posted a soundtrack in a French new movie.
Yeah.
So and under in the caption it said that you wrote that one too, and co-produced all
Yeah,
that stuff.
co-produce. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that record, the creation process, and like the idea behind that record.
Well, that kind of idea was called One More Chance. So I was kind of in a place in life where I was really going through it. So it's kind of like just a cry for help song.
Could you
But
tell us what you were going through, if you don't mind?
just like you got like how I know I'm talented. So what people see is like they'll see me outside and whatnot. When you dropping music, or you wasting time, or this person go ahead of you, or you see what this person is doing. It's like, bruh, like I know, but everybody's story different. Like I don't care how long it takes, I'm gonna get there. You're not
Yeah.
gonna get there old, but I'm
Definitely.
gonna get there.
It's just time,
You feel me?
different
So it's
timing.
like all that, and then just going through the different emotions that come with this. Dealing with different people and all that. So I was like, you know what? I was figuring like, dang, if I can get to this where I was with Young Moose, you know what I'm saying, where people were just singing my song word for word, like just see that one more chance. So I was doing that, and then that's when I think French had hit me. It's like, yo, he needs some records. So I pulled up on him, and me personally, the same way how I gave Chris Sensational. Like when they told me I was about to work with French, I already knew what it was. Like I don't go in there and we not, hey, let's cook up, no, it's work, it's a job. We go in there, we get it done, we execute. So I played that song for him, and from there it was sold.
On your Instagram page, in your bio, you been talking about Garden Village,
Yeah.
and you've been doing a lot of promotion on Garden Village. Were you referring to Liberia
Garden Village.
as the Garden Village? Can you tell us a little bit about Garden
I
Village?
wasn't referring to Liberia in general, but
Okay.
Garden Village is my company, is what I represent. And one thing I know, everything grows in a garden. And
Okay.
it takes a village behind one person for them to grow.
Okay.
So that's kind of the meaning behind the whole Garden Village brand. So everything is garden and fringe. All my aesthetics is garden. So most of my videos you're going to see is going to be in a garden. Most of my clothes that I'm creating, you know what I'm saying, real garden and fringe, because I'm heavy into fashion. So, but it's a strong meaning. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this with my brothers. Everybody around me, we done fought, we done beef, we done did everything. But, family bend, we don't break. So that's the village that's behind me. That's putting, even if the smallest person who probably just come in like, Musa, change this one, instead of saying girl, say Jew. He's part of the village. He's adding to what I got going and also giving me sauce, and that's how it is.
Yeah. Let's talk about that, your song. I mean, even though it's unreleased, live, how you call it?
It was called John Jay.
John Jay. John Jay. Wow. I heard John Jay. It's a really, really, really amazing song.
It's fire.
What you got that motivation from to write that song?
Well, when I got the inspiration for the song, I was just vibing in the studio, more so about life, anything that goes around that life atmosphere. But for a lot of people, they know I lost my nephew, so his name was John Jay. That's what his mom called him. His name was Ephraim, but his mom called him John Jay. So, just hearing back the song, singing it, I wanna live forever and never till I make it to heaven's gate. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I feel like my boy gonna live forever. So, you know what I'm saying? We gonna keep him going. You know what I'm saying? Alongside what the rest of what the family got going. We just gonna make that John Jay name live forever, number 35. You heard?
Yeah. So like you over here talking about like the struggle, right? A lot of artists don't really understand. Like a lot of people, I talk to people, because Moose is like that's like my little brother. Like I tell people that my son here, because this guy
my
since
papi.
17 years old, since 17 years old.
It was before that.
You understand that?
It's out my puppet house to all freedom. Can you imagine, like 16? These the guys running the town, promoter of the year.
Oh, he was outside with the old
He was
heads.
outside.
I'm in the
Yeah.
club. Like, it's like we got to be 21 to get in there. No ID to every, like, we there. And they got me performing these, like, come on, this is the goat right
He
here.
did clubs, all that stuff. So
goat.
so when people come to me and be like, oh, a lot of brand people, your thing, everything in life, that microwave. You put it inside, you blow, boom. No. They say, oh, my man, they picking so talented, what this? I say, bro, you guys gotta relax. Y'all gotta wait. They made time. And they made time come, y'all understand why the man decided to move the way he moved.
Yeah.
Sometimes me and him, sometimes myself be trying to figure out like, yo, bro, you got all this fire. Like the sensational
All those
song,
great bangers.
the sensational song. Like I heard this shit before all this shit happened. The way it happened it is what it is. But yeah. So it's just so good, my man, to kind of see how far you went with this. I remember we started like we started in like this little small basement. Like I remember back in the day, this how me and Moose started, right? So Moose, I was having this party, right? This big Christmas party, and Moose wanted to perform at the party. Moose never recorded no music before. Moose used to go on Facebook and rap. That only
Not freestyle.
that
Yeah.
only music. Yeah,
I will comment at that. We'll comment at that. Yeah.
yeah. So he like the beginning just came at me. The beginning, yeah, the beginning just started rapping, bro. That was it. And it's crazy, right? That's what started my career when it comes to like the management side of music. This is
Yeah.
my first artist I would work with. You understand? And a lot of things, we have our ups and downs and things like that. People don't really get it. It's life. You may never understand life unless you try and get to a certain level in life. Then you'll go through certain things because you deal with different people, different characters, different personalities. But if you just with your family member in there, you will just go through regular stuff. But if you're dealing with different people, because everybody have a different way of how they was brought up, their reality, their understanding. So you're always gonna go across certain things with people. So that's with me and this guy. That's how we started. That's how I started managing artists, and for me to see how far this kid have went with this music stuff, having one of the number one song in the world, writing for French, Sean Kingston, having a song, bro. How was the process with that song you did with Tory? Like working with Tory
Yeah,
Lanez?
Tory, remember three that boy Tory. But working with Tory, like it was a great feeling. Like that day, I guess I was signed to Sean for everybody that don't know I was signed to Sean Kingston. So he kind of put that play in perspective for me. So we was just chilling one day. I did this song at probably like a week or two before. I was at my boy Modi's crib and was just vibing. Like where he was living at, when you step outside on his balcony, you could see Capitol Records and you could see like the palm trees, everything. So like that used to be my little safe space where I write music and whatnot. So I ran into Othello. Othello was on Instagram. He was like, "Who should I work with next?" And mind you, he was doing mad stuff. So I just inboxed him, just taking the chance. He hit me back. He sent me one of those packs. So we did that. So when Tory had called Sean, I was like, "I'm coming to the crib." Funny story. I already had somebody on Free Willy. I had a Rowdy Rich cousin. So we get in the crib, and then Tory walks in. His whole entourage walks in. He's like, pull up the song. So I played a couple of songs. I think I played one song I got called My Picking. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I put Tory on some stuff, let me put some culture stuff. He liked the song. He heard Free Willy. It's like, no, I want to get on that. From that day, it was up. That's like been one of the best songs.
Tory walked on that
He
song
walked
too.
on it.
Yeah.
Moon walked on it.
Tory walked on that show. That's why I was like, yo, Tory's different.
Different. Like,
Yeah, and then with the got Tory,
you got Skilla.
you got Skilla,
We got Byron Messiah. We got SZA.
What do you think connects? Because I was gonna say, do you think connects your fans to your music? But as a songwriter, what do you think, with being Liberian, what do you think connects the artists that you work with to your music?
I feel like today, how life is lifing. Everybody wants to hear, getting money music, booty shaking music for the club. But when everybody leaves the club going home, when they're going to their 9 to 5, when they clean up in their house or they kids that's around, they vibing, they want to hear music that they can relate to. Everybody's struggling right now. Like everybody, rich or poor, everybody's facing some type of struggle. So I kind of relate to them. My struggles I can relate to because I've seen both sides of life. I've seen the very highs. I've been in the multi-million-dollar cars, multi-million-dollar houses. And I still haven't been to the bottom of the bottom where I'm in my bro basement, just vibing. So people want to hear stuff like that, like whatever they going through, like it's like Musa going through that, but he got all this going. Like it's faith in me. I can make it. That's what I just want to.
You think your vulnerability and your bare face, almost in a way, is what attracts them?
For sure.
Artist. Quincy Jones has said once, rest in peace to the great Quincy Jones.
Yeah, R.I.P.
He
Quincy.
said the minute that money walked into the room, the love walked out, and that's when the authenticity left.
That's crazy that
That's crazy.
you said that about Quincy Jones and then Quincy Jones kicked the bucket. Yeah, he did kick the bucket.
I'm so sorry, but he did say that he was
That's
talking
crazy.
about Michael at the time and how Michael had that same type of authenticity. He didn't.
I feel like because you get like I feel like in the industry, you know, you probably get pulled left and right as you walk in. Like say for instance, you walk in now. Right now we're grinding to get where we are. You know, once we get there, that would be a thing. So I feel like for most people that actually have to go through that, they know how to play this game, and the game is the writer game. So they know exactly who to pick, who not to pick, what can, you know what I'm saying, what writer can write for them or what not to stay in the game. Because you don't have, once you start, like right now, like, you know, I'm a struggling artist, you know? So everything that, like my bro say, my money finished before it come.
Yeah. So
My big is spent money for a car. I tell you.
bro.
You calculated
So tell
the
us-
next check. It's okay. Come in.
everything that I'm thinking about now, when I get it and whatnot, and then money's just coming in lavishly because, you know, seeds I've been sowing now. It's like I may not have time for that. You know, it's like Musa, you had a show. Musa, you got a model. Musa, you got to do this. The little studio time, I got 2 hours, and I can't even think I want to rest. So it's like more so about playing that game when that time comes. But for most people, you know, it's all about what you around. the space you
Yeah.
around.
So where do you find your balance when it comes to like mental health? Because what I'm hearing from you is you live a very vast life, a very full life, that you are countlessly traveling, you're countlessly working with people, whether it be whether it be on the East Coast or whether it be on the West Coast. How do you find that balance?
Right now, I look at myself and I look at my dreams as tunnel vision. Ain't no finding no balance right now.
You just
If
gotta
I
get it
find
done.
balance, I'm gonna get too comfortable. You get too comfortable, it's another person waiting to take your spot. So it's like I don't want to get no balance right now. I just want to keep going full throttle, go full speed.
That's great. That's great. That's great.
Like that.
So tell us about your upcoming album. Like, are you having any collaboration? What do we expect of your upcoming album? How is it gonna be like?
All right, so I mean, you heard some of the music in the vault, so I have a lot of.
I like John Jay. John Jay is my
That's
favorite.
the same. No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you a cameo in that video.
Yeah.
But we have like a lot of features and whatnot, but we kind of want to do it the right way, kind of lower them in. We don't want to just come, you know what I'm saying? Because now we're approaching the world.
Yeah.
We don't want to come. We're not just approaching. If we're just approaching our people in our country, I will drop every single feature on just one project, and I will probably below. I'll be able to do anything. I
Any
wanna do.
release date yet? I mean,
No release date yet. We're looking at a preview of a single before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Maybe something huge. And then the top of the year we're going full throttle. So right now we just been having meetings and we just been.
what's that song you had me doing the hook on? What's the name of that song that you had me doing the hook on?
we did More Fire.
More Fire.
With shout out my boy King D.
Yeah, more fire. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about that song, More Fire. Yeah.
You know,
because the
like,
word is in it. It's
bro,
way deep.
I feel like
And you're like, more fire.
with everything that's
Yeah.
going on with life, bro. Everybody can testify to this. We need more fire.
Yeah, 'cause like back home-
You work every week. Friday come, your paycheck come. It's so. Nah, bro. I need more fire. I need
Yeah.
more fire. You feel
Yeah,
me?
like
I
back
need
home in the churches, Holy Ghost fire and
we
stuff like
need-
that.
Everything in life apply fire to. We need
Yeah,
more fire.
more fire.
That's it. And
That
King D
hook was
walked
nice.
that. King
Yeah,
D
that
walked
hook was nice. Yeah.
Nah,
Shout out to my boy, guys. Little BMI credit. Okay, I see you, my boy.
Nah, Moose got some good records. Like Moose been making good music for like a while, and I think people just starting to catch up to it. Yo, it's crazy though, cause like I always say to the people, right?
Yeah.
You know, you ever was in the airplane, and the airplane is moving fast, but you in the plane, you don't feel it, right?
Yeah.
So that's where Moose at right now with his life, his career, and I feel that's where he has always been. Cause like we going Clubhouse, right?
Yeah.
I was in this room, and some girl and I were talking about this song Moose dropped called Kakaleka. Like we dropped some records like Lomachi. And I'm like, how did trending here? Lomachi,
Yeah.
we've never seen it trending before.
Yeah.
That mean whatever we was doing was actually working. But like I said, man, like bro, like you're real talented, and you understand what you want with this music stuff, man. And like I'm just trying to figure out like basically like how do you figure how to balance all this stuff, bro? Like with the Liberian people in there, where they can give you hard time, and then You just trying to just keep that tunnel vision because I've seen a lot of Liberian artists there. Some men who are actually doing good. Soon that trapcore movement came, boom. I see men that are doing good R&B songs start making trapcore music, bro. They lost their momentum. I can give you one example. Really good artist. It was this Liberian artist called Chris DeShill. Chris DeShill was a fire R&B artist.
Yeah.
And then that came when that hip hop moment came, he drifted into that. Now Chris DeShill is like, I don't know, I haven't heard no song. It's not a shot, my brother. I like to use example of other people in here. So beginning that after they don't make that mistake. No shots, my brother. Love.
Nah, but like, you know, just keeping balance between the Liberian industry and I guess the world industry is basically knowing where I can get in life and knowing I already figured out my people. Like I told you, I figured out them. They gonna hate you. They love you. They gonna hate you. But one thing for sure, when that bandwagon come around, they gonna ride it. They gonna ride it. You know why they gonna ride it? Cause look, like I told you earlier, now I'm gonna use Khaled in that sense. Right now, even Sensational, like, all right, so for instance, right, I was telling somebody like this, right, I was like, you know what, that's what came up with Sensational when I started doing the wet tin. I was telling my boy Jamal, I was like, look, I did the Chris Brown, Mona Lisa joint, so I was like, see for this like me and you chop like hush puppy. If I would say, see for this life me, you chop like George, we are time we send our people. I'm like probably like Sensational would have blew up. Everything that I would have blew up, I would have dropped it, it would have blew up. But it just to show what type of time. See, now you see the wet team. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are like, oh, you say wet team? And they know that's not, like, Nigerians and Liberians share certain slang. Like, they'll say, like, a certain rhythm, it'll be the same. But for wet team, they know that's Liberian. Because they asked too, they was like, is it what thing? And I was like,
what thing?
You know, I spelled it for them and texted it to them because they were doing some changes. So I definitely made it. So staying the balance in that, it's like the American industry is already as hard as it is to build up. I got to build up in there. If I build up in my country, it's going to get me to a certain standard. Then when I get at the highest of that country, I got to go to Nigeria, Ghana, make it to the UK. If I blew in America, I got the whole world.
Mm-hmm. America one of the biggest out there.
It's over. I got the whole world. So I got my people, the one next door to them. I get all of them. And then the people in Liberia, I let them have a war fit. Like, yeah, that's Musa, he Liberian, that's our guy. We know.
You know what's funny, right?
We finish with all the laws Liberian I didn't get made.
It's hard.
My beginning, let me hold on now. We finish with all the laws because get some Liberian out there. You can say he the first one to do it. My beginning, the first Liberian read one of the biggest songs in the whole entire world. Yes. So can we get that crown on Liberia?
No, I mean, like, you don't have to say that. From the moment I listen to Muse music, for the first time, he knew what I said about him. I gave him his flower right there. But talking about who's the greatest right now, of course it's Jazino, bro.
No, I mean,
listen. No. Oh, you brought that up. Listen, you brought that up. So since you brought that up, let's talk about it, bro. You got to give the young man his flower when he is alive. There's no artist right now. There's no artist right now in America or in Liberia that is greater than Jazino.
No,
hold on. Jazino is the greatest. But do we have a prospect artist that I think that can be better than Jazino? I said it. If there's any person would take Liberian music from where Jazino would leave it, it would be Musa.
I like Jay, my brother.
Listen. I want to correct you to that, bro. I want to correct you to that. Give Jazino his flower when he's alive. There is no artist. Listen, there is no artist in America, in Liberia right now, Liberian artists that you can compare to Jazino. No. They're not in the same league, bro. Yeah, but do we have a prospect artist?
Hear me now.
No, hold on. You hear me first. Do we have a prospect artist that can take Liberian music after where Jazino gonna stop it? Yes. That's him right here, Moose. When I see a great talent, when I see a great talent,
we're not speaking about talent.
I recognize it. No. I just want to make you understand.
We're speaking about work.
I recognize it. Moose, no.
His net
The first time I ever heard his song, I think we left from Fuji's that night and we drove to that Liberian spot, Frankfurt, Prince spot. Yes, and you're playing that song for me, and he started playing his song one after another, one after another, one after another. I was like, "What's going on, bro? You got all the tracks, and you holding on to them like you can't release it."
Good.
And the first thing I said to him, I said, "Wow, you're so good. You got all the songs. You're so good." I said, I mean, You got Prospect to take it from Jay. I think I said that to you.
My brother,
But all
you
of than
talk about-
that,
you
bro,
talk about
all your
Prospect.
artists then that you be thinking about, bro, that can't get left for that picking, bro.
You keep talking about Prospect, but I'm telling you right now.
That can't left for that picking. All your artists
my
then
brother,
that can't
I'm
get
telling
left.
you right now, history.
Even the tour you coming for on, that artist I can make it with that man, brother.
Oh, shit.
Let me just tell you that one.
My brother,
Bro, do that thing, bro. They gonna make it buy your music.
Just hear me for 1 second.
Don't bring that thing here, bro. Not make it buy your song.
Just hear me for 1 second. 1 second.
Talking about global hit artists. I will not hear you 1 second, then you apologize. You talk about global hit artists, then you can't tell about what you can't tell about. Number one.
They got that trouble.
The man is great.
No, I said Moose.
Give somebody that, listen, when somebody is great, give the flower. So give Jazino his flower right
man, I don't
now.
have problem with Jazino. You
So
always
give
make
me
it
his
to
flower.
Jazino. I just said, when we're talking about records, Moose is one of the biggest
Agree.
Liberian songwriter
Writer,
in history
agree.
of Liberian
Agree,
music.
writer.
Because
Agree,
you know
right.
why? You know why? He wrote one of the biggest record in the whole entire world
Agree.
this year.
Facts.
He
Agree.
did.
Facts.
I'm not taking away
Facts.
from Jay, what Jay have done,
Yeah.
and what Jay is doing.
Yeah.
I'm saying when we're talking about who
But all the time, with me and you driving, bro, you be making those comparisons. And you shouldn't be making those comparisons, bro. Come on, don't do that. No, I'm tired with it, bro. I'm tired with it right now. I'm tired with it. This is a young man that got Liberian music out there. You understand? Like George Weah too. When George Weah was playing football, a lot of people didn't know Liberia, but because of George Weah, people got to know Liberia.
My man.
And listen, because of Jazino's on B&B,
You pushing
now you
it-
got a
you
lot.
pushing
No,
it- you
no,
pushing
we're
the
gonna
needle
push
now.
it, bro. No,
You
we're
pushing the
gonna.
needle.
Bro, nobody talk about Jay like that, bro.
Man, you pushing the needle
Nobody
now.
talk about Jay like that. You know that.
You pushing the needle
That boy,
now.
he's working so hard to get the music out there. Come on, give his flower. He's alive.
I've never.
No, you done. Most of the time, you done, bro.
I've never not give Jay
Most of the
flowers.
time, you done.
I
Most of the
always-
time, you done.
I've always said to you about Jay. Jay talk too damn much. I've always said that. I never said that about the
Express
music.
yourself?
Talk too damn much.
Express yourself?
He has his management needs to get
Have you
better.
ever called him? Have you ever called him or texting or stuff like that, bro?
My
No, you
brother-
don't, bro. I mean, leave the young man alone. Let him be great.
His management.
Let's get back to Moose conversation,
Jay,
bro.
No. Listen, let me finish. Let me
Leave
finish.
the man alone. Let him
Jay
be great.
need to revamp his management because if he has proper management, he will not be on the internet talking the way
He have a
talk.
proper management, Joel.
Okay,
that's the
continue with
reason
that.
why. That's the reason why he's the #1 artist out of America, bro. I mean, out of Liberia. Because he have a proper management. So what you want to talk about?
My
What's
man-
your argument is?
My man, that's
Can I
your
Google
opinion.
it? You know me, I like Googling.
Yes.
That's your opinion. I don't
He
feel, I
is.
don't-
He
I
have the
don't-
most cream songs all of Liberia, bro. What are you talking about? Most cream videos, most cream songs, most cream artists.
That's fact. Digitally wise.
Come on, what you want to talk about,
Digitally
bro?
wise, he's the #1 artist out of Liberia. Digitally wise.
Respect that young man,
Digitally
bro.
wise, he's the #1 artist out of Liberia.
Respect that
But
young
when
man.
it- All around, he's not.
Respect that young
I
man.
don't have a problem with the Piggy, my
Yeah,
man.
respect that young man, bro.
I don't have a problem with the Piggy. But moving forward, like I said, Moose is one of the biggest Liberian
You know what's
songwriters
sad?
in the world.
They
I
gotta
just
work
said-
on his marketing because he's not on the
I
list.
just said this to you, bro.
He is.
I just said
Which
this
one's
to
that?
you.
I see
Digitally
Davies.
wise.
I just said
Digitally
this
wise,
to
he
you,
is.
and I'm gonna
Digitally
say it
wise, he is.
again. If anybody gonna take Liberian music from where Jay gonna stop it, it's gonna be Moose.
Yeah, this guy, yeah.
If Moose don't take Liberian music from where Jay gonna stop it, bro, then it's gonna be stuck to where Jay gonna leave it for a long period of time.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Because
What are you talking about, bro?
I'm on team Young Moose.
Ask me 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
Why
Why
I gotta be though? It's like one umbrella. Why I gotta be Liberian music? Why can't just be under just one umbrella? Like it's like you got Ghanaian music, you got Nigeria. They'll say it's Afrobeat. Why just can't be the world? Why you label them just to Liberian music?
Some
Liberian
people
music.
want to
No.
be the legends.
No, but
Liberian
listen.
people. I feel like we should just
These
as
are
artists,
local legends.
we should just be like it's just
You
the
heard.
world.
Everybody's
Listen,
got to be a
okay.
local
World
legend.
music.
Listen, in your interview carefully, you stated something that it came from right here. And I feel you. Or you talk about you got to go back home and settle in before the people can give you your flowers. That's exactly what Jay is suffering from right now.
About what?
No,
About-
but-
So
I
listen,
feel
so
like
Jay have global hate songs. Jay-Z is out there in the world.
Yeah.
Out there in the world, Moose. Just
bro.
like you got a lot of great songs, you wrote Sensational, but still your people don't know you back home like that, bro.
No, I agree.
You understand? So, like, that whole narrative or things got to change.
My man, not be his levels though.
What you call levels?
Levels.
Yeah, I think
You
everyone's
can't-
missing
you can't-
everyone's
there's
cut.
levels. You can't level Sensational with nothing you talking about right
So
now.
What?
Nothing.
no, you're
What?
two
He's a writer.
levels.
He's a writer. So you see for the fact,
You
right?
can't levels these two. You can't put these two things in the
so
same
you see for the fact,
conversation.
let me tell you something, right? If I knew Moose earlier on, if he can record when we're driving that night, when I listened to that song Sensational, and you said you gave it a craze, what I told you.
It was a couple months ago.
I said you shouldn't have.
But if he didn't have given it to Chris, it wouldn't have blown up. In
It would have blown more than that.
No, it wouldn't.
It would have blown
You're
more than
missing
that.
the
No, you
context.
see,
No,
you see.
listen.
No, we had an argument. I'm not gonna agree.
Listen.
I'm not gonna agree.
I didn't know who was
Listen. Let me be all the way honest with you, right?
Yeah.
You know where I'm not. Nobody's wrong in that, but
Yeah.
me as the person who has the song, I would say at the time frame, like say I would have just dropped the song as like maybe my third song or something.
Yeah.
It would have never had got to where I got. Now, let's say where you're saying it would have got there, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I would have been in 2-3 Grammys in. You know what I'm saying? Billboard #1's couple, because the politics behind thing. Yes, maybe it could have wasn't because the song does sound the same. But for the time that I had the song and I'm like, okay, I'm about to drop the song because it was on my project, and I would have dropped the song, it would never have had the impact that Chris made it have.
If
Right
we
now.
if we sit on an interview, 10 years later, I will tell you the same thing because I believe in you.
No, I know.
And listen, when I heard,
that's the-
listen, when I heard how you sang that song and how Chris sang it that night, bro, I felt it even more than I heard Chris singing that song, bro. So I still feel, even up to this moment,
Even
if you
though
have,
you have
if you
the-
have released Sensational as your own song, that song would have blown.
Chancellor, may I have the floor?
Yes, that song would have blown.
Chancellor, may I have the floor?
Yeah, go ahead.
Two things can be true.
Yeah, agree to disagree.
Hold on. Two things can be true. Jazino is the greatest artist coming out of Liberia.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is one of the greatest Liberian songwriters in the world.
We're
the
not
word.
arguing. We're not arguing about
but
that.
we're saying there's two truths.
No, we're not
There's just two
arguing
truths.
about that.
So he understands. You
No,
understand.
we're not-
No, I just no, I
No,
don't. Because sometimes conversations, right?
Listen, this is why you're not understanding.
Uh-huh.
From the moment I heard Moose music,
Yeah.
I became his fan. In my phone right now,
But you have to build that.
listen,
that takes networking.
in my
that takes
phone
a
right
lot of
now,
marketing.
in my phone right now,
That's what he's doing.
in my phone right now, I got his name saved as the greatest music box.
But it's not even always about not
It's
being
good. It's
not
good, bro.
Not being
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie about that. He's good.
The problem we're facing, right? It's not always about number one, number two, number three. You keep saying.
Don't I give you your flower?
You keep
Don't I
no,
give
hear
you your
me
flower?
out now.
Don't
Not
I
about-
give you your flower?
My brother, it's not about flowers. We're not. It's not all about. It's not about.
We
number
all
one,
got our flowers
Number
here.
two, number
I do.
three, number four, number five,
Yeah.
my brother. It comes down to performing, right?
Yeah.
Jay has to keep performing.
Yeah.
After you keep talking about da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, my brother, he will sit down.
Until then,
No, he's not.
until
He has
then,
to
yes.
perform. Since
Until
B&B.
then, yes,
That's
he
his
is.
performance since B&B,
Until
my
then,
brother.
yes, he is the number one.
That's his
Joel.
performance since
Bro, I don't know.
B&B. B&B is last a year ago.
I don't know, bro.
So let's get back to let's get back to one of the greatest. We got
don't know, bro.
on In the Frog
Yeah, I
podcast
don't
right
know,
now.
bro.
We got one of the
Yeah.
greatest songwriter in the entire world right now.
100%,
Sitting on our couch.
100%,
Let's talk to him.
100%,
Let's forget about all that little
So
long
let's still stay on Liberian artists because this is a Liberian podcast.
Yeah.
What artists do you look forward to working with? I know you mentioned you did something with King D recently. He's one of my favorites.
So
Who else?
I did something with King D.
Shout out to King D.
I did something with CIC as well. And everybody else overseas, I'm open to work with everybody. I do have my certain conversations with everybody. I show love, like pictures and inbox when I feel
Yeah, I
like,
need to
or-
see you singing an MC
call.
Carter.
Yeah, me and MC Carter, that's little sis right there. So,
It'd be a
you know
cool
what I'm
little
saying?
record
we,
too,
we
I think.
definitely got something coming on. But this thing that we about to do in Liberia is bigger than life. All my brothers right here that we sit down, like, you know what I'm saying? Because outside of In the Fries, we really in the fries. So it's like,
Yeah.
we about to really, like, it's about to be bigger than life. Some things we can't speak here, but for the industry and the whatnot, trust. That guy over there, you know what's going on.
We got a lot.
Magic Man.
We got a lot. You know that.
Sometimes it do, but sometimes it done.
No, ladies and gentlemen, this is my brother Nabi.
Yeah, sometimes he do, sometimes he done.
He's very passionate about when he speak, right? Passionate. He's in love with certain things.
No. I always support facts.
No, you're
I
bad.
always support facts. That's exactly what I do.
My man, just made me virgin now for you.
I made you better, huh?
Right, we see why.
Made you better, huh?
name.
Me
We're not
better-
rehashing it. We're not rehashing it.
Me better. How me
The
better?
reason why people know a great country like Liberia, my man, that we get good food, we get beautiful women. My man, you see,
I'm about to
listen,
say Michael
man.
Jackson was the reason for
I
that.
said
told
music.
you.
I said music.
No, you said
Michael was-
Liberia.
No, I said
You
music. I
Liberia.
said music, bro.
No,
I said George Weah,
that's
bro.
what I said. She's Liberia.
I said George Weah.
You were highlighting
I did the reference
things
and I
that
said
brought
George Weah.
importance to Liberia, but we do
brother-
have to be
Music-
factual.
music, yes.
Michael Jackson.
Football,
Michael Jackson.
Football, George Weah. Music now is Giselle.
Let me fail.
Michael
B&B,
Jackson.
bro. What you talking about?
I
B&B.
mean, Friday the 7th man got
the
one of the
numbers
biggest
is-
Liberian song all time.
Hey, you see?
Yo, that's so.
Hey, see why I said something wrong with you? Hey, you see why I said something wrong with you?
Hey, yo,
Moose.
yo.
Moose. Hey, you see something?
Moose.
I remember bringing Friday the 7th man to Giselle. Ain't you seen the comparison?
You not got Liberian party before, right?
Ain't you seen that?
Friday 7th man got that song, right?
Shout
I don't
out.
know what that song name, man?
Shout out to the
What that song
greatest. Moose. Yeah.
Lastly, I would love to, let's tie this up and ask you, what message do you have for your fans back home and in America who are rooting for you, people who are inspiring to maybe one day be at the point that you are at? What message do you have for them?
Whatever you're doing, whatever struggles you're going through, keep striving. Always think outside the box. Never let nobody tell you no, that you can't do something, because that's something around a lot of us. Like, for instance, back in the day, I'm not going to call names, but I got my friends, Liberian boys, we like hard joke business. So it's like,
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'm going to drive this, or I'm going to do this. And it's like, what people would say? They were like, my man, you get money, you'll go broke fast. But it's not more so like I'll go broke fast. It's not even more so about the car. It's more so about just believing. Like let me hear like, yo, I'm about to buy this car. Like, nah, my man, you gonna buy the one bigger than that one. You gonna buy the just for somebody, so we don't get that where we from. So, to my people out there, let's spread the love. Let's show support. Like, let's support everybody. We have a
Let's do the
problem with that
love
in our industry, and not just our industry, the world, because we just look at it from our industry and what we have going on. So a lot of that, let's just support. Let's just put our hands behind somebody and blow them. And once you blow them, just blow them right, and they're going to come back and keep spreading the love. And that's how
Yeah.
I'm gonna get on top.
That's it.
That's pretty much what I'm going to keep
Do the
doing,
love.
Yeah. And look, I'm going to say this here, because we're going to, you know what I'm saying? They're going to know. I hear you. I hear you, my boy Nappy, but I'm about to be the biggest in the world.
Facts.
In the
Facts.
In the MF world.
Facts.
Craig.
Facts. If
The
that don't happen, I told Joel that's spiritual problem.
Madison Square Garden.
You got all it takes, bro. You got all it
It's-
takes.
we-
You got
we-
all it takes.
got
Okay, part 2,
You got
Europe.
all it takes. Yeah, you got all it
Yo,
takes.
and then too, we gonna do that interview too. Once that take place,
Oh yeah, well
it happened on the couch. We could talk about on the couch. When that happened, we'll come out on the same couch here again.
The next
in the
enterprise.
fries.
So you
next-
gotta
the
bring
next enterprise
Paya song,
we
yeah.
need-
You gotta
you
make
know what we need to be
comparison
after the
with
next one.
global hit
Liberia?
songs.
of course, we're gonna be on the resort. We gotta shut the whole resort down.
Nah,
Oh, we doing tour next winter?
Now we do.
If I want y'all to interview me, this my brother. And my brothers, all my brothers, y'all my sisters, y'all affiliated with this. If I gotta make it happen, it's gonna
Not
happen.
busy to put it together. We got tour next winter, right?
But definitely
Yeah,
we're
we're doing tour next
working.
winter.
When these things open up, everything gonna happen. I need to happen. I mean, thank you for coming through, bro.
No,
Appreciate
thank you
you.
guys for having me, man.
Definitely.
Of course, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
Vibing, you know what I'm saying? This is the first one. Like we didn't even get Liddy yet. Like,
Nah, it's more to come.
it's more to come, man. Big ups to everybody here. And Garden Village coming soon.
Thank you, my
Yeah.
brother. Thank you. That not being too fussy. You see that?
Hey, is that just